I get this all the time. How do you travel so much? You must be minted. Well, I'm not. I've just shown you that a weekend away can cost less than a Friday night out, and I do this all the time. Right, in Thursday's video I found a weekend in Budapest, flights and hotel for just £74 per person. That's real, booked, and it's not clickbait. And the truth is, that's how I travel. People at work genuinely think I've had a pay rise, but nope, I'm just smart about it. And yes, I make some sacrifices, yes, it takes a little planning, but this week I'm going to show you exactly how I find those deals without sleeping in airports or going somewhere freezing just because it's cheap. So let me show you how I actually book the trips, where I search, what I ignore, and how I avoid all the classic traps. Right, so let's find something. I've got a couple of weekends or spare days free in September and early October. It's a good time to go. The weather's generally at least as nice as the UK in the summer, depending on where you go obviously, but I'm not made of money and I don't fancy anywhere freezing. So let's open Google Flights and see what the travel gods have in store for us. Now there's all sorts of methods for finding a destination, but I've got a few in mind just to simplify the process. So I'm going to put the origin airports in, and I've gone for Liverpool, Manchester, Birmingham, London, brackets all. Now let's face it, we all know it's going to come up with London. And for a destination, let's try somewhere I've been before. I'm going to go for Stockholm this time and see what... I've always fancied going there when the weather's not too cold. Again, you put nothing in departure, nothing in return, and you click departure and see what's coming up. Right, it's looking like flying out on the 27th of September could possibly be as low as £40 and coming back on the 30th. It's 3 nights. Let's see who it's with and where it's from. Ryanair out of Stansted. Now I've had Stockholm before for £30, so that time of year I really can't complain at 44. But interestingly, you've got British Airways at 91. Yes, it sounds more expensive, but if you actually wanted to take some luggage, it might be worth considering. However, the Ryanair departure time's quite good at 9:25 in the morning. And coming back at 9:30, that's not bad at all. You know, you're definitely going to get 2 full days and 3 nights. You don't have to do what we did last time and stay in the blinking jumbo jet next to the hotel, which you couldn't anymore because it's closed. So, £44 to Stockholm return. I know, not exactly the cheapest city in Europe, but hear me out. The flights are decent, the city's stunning, and I reckon if I play this right, it could still be cheaper than 2 nights out at home. Let's see what Expedia's got for me. Right, so I've opened up Expedia and I've said Gamlerstan and I've put my dates in. Well, first of all, we can forget about them prices, so we need to sort by lowest price. I know obviously it's not as cheap as some of the places I've stayed in, but there is the first result up is £95, which is only £32 a night. This is for 2 people, obviously. It's called the Pink House. Let's see where it is. No, that's a 17-minute drive out of Stockholm. We won't be doing that. Right, this one looks promising. The Rigafjord Hotel and Hostel. As you can see, it's by the water. 15-minute walk to the Stockholm Palace, which is slap in the middle of Gamlerstan. Oh, it's actually a boat. Classic double, cabin on board with shared bathroom bunk beds. Yeah, Book would love that. £135. Not bad. Not bad at all. So you're talking £135 for 3 nights, plus if you're taking 2 of you, £88 for flights. That comes in at £223. Not one of my cheapest trips, but it's Stockholm. It's at a time of year when the weather's actually pleasant. The little theme park will be open. There's a lot more to do. I've done Stockholm for £70 each for 2 nights, but it was bloody freezing. Now here's one more thing you could try. So we know what the hotel is, we know what the flights are. You go back into Expedia, do it as a package this time and see what it comes up with. Now it may be no cheaper, but let's see. Now they're coming up with the same hotel at 122 each, so that's 244. That's actually slightly dearer. Might be interesting to see where they're flying from though. So we'll select the classic double cabin. Now if you wanted British Airways, going for Expedia means you'd only pay £52 extra. It's not much in it. No, it's still Ryanair and it's still the same hotel for a tenner more. As I say, this is proof that I was doing this blind. I was hoping to prove that maybe you can get it cheaper bundling it as a package. In this instance you can't. But boom, £111.50 for 2 people to go to Stockholm for 3 nights at a time of year when it's quite nice and stay on a boat. I think that's a win. Okay, jackpot, as you can see, I've just found the Rygafjord Hotel and Hostel. And yes, it's a converted boat moored right in central Stockholm. It's quirky, it's walkable to all the sites, and it's coming in at just $135 for 2 people for 2 nights. So that's $67.50 per person. Add the flights and you're at $111.50 each. That is not bad for a stylish weekend in a city with a reputation for being eye-wateringly expensive. I've been before, if you want to take out the video, but we went when it was cold. And the best bit is not even a grim box room. This place has character, it's very on brand for me too. Last time I was in Stockholm I stayed in a converted 747. Unfortunately that's not open anymore, so clearly I've got a thing for sleeping in vehicles that no longer move. Now look, if you're going solo the options aren't quite as sweet, it's still doable. I spotted hostel beds for around £52 for 2 nights, or basic hotel rooms a little further out for $90 to $100. So even as a solo traveller you could pull this off for $130 to $140 all in. Flights and accommodation. Maybe I'm just used to budget travel, but for a weekend in Stockholm in September with decent flights, I think that's a win. So what are you going to do when you get there? So you've landed, drop your bag at your boat turned bedroom, now what? Luckily Stockholm isn't short on things to do, and a lot of it doesn't cost much or anything at all. You've got the Stockholm Metro Art Tour. I would definitely do that just to see some of the amazing artworks. It's the biggest, we joke that it's the biggest art gallery in the world. Or you can walk over to Gamla Stan, it's only 9 minutes from the hotel. The old town, it's full of charm, and wandering around the cobbled streets is completely free. Unless you accidentally buy cinnamon buns, and you will. City Hall offers amazing views from the tower for about a £5. If you're into museums and spending a little bit, Skansen is amazing. It's like a world of Scandinavia. When we went, a lot of the animals were hibernating, so I didn't get to see bears and things. I did get to eat bear, but that's another story. You've got the ABBA Museum. Even if you're not a massive fan, it's one of those places you walk in and you dance out. Bit more spendy, but well worth it. And of course, just walking along the waterfront, hopping on a public ferry, watching the sunset from, don't know how to say this, Montellisluvagen. All solid options that make this feel like a proper getaway, not just a budget break. Trust me, while you're there, you need to try the meatballs. And that's the thing, this isn't just about finding the cheapest possible trip, it's about having an experience that feels rich without spending like you are. You could blow $150 for 2 of you on a single night out at home and barely remember it, or for the same money you could wake up on a boat in Stockholm. So what would you pick? 1 forgettable night out or 2 unforgettable days in Europe? I know where I'm putting my money. If you've got questions about planning something like this, drop them in the comments or tell me where you'd go. If you had £150 to burn and 2 days free, I've got your back.